3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Welcome to Forex Trading Results Live, Monday morning, beginning of the week. I'm going to tell you, welcome to July, because this is some slow, did I say slow? Slow movement. Literally, the market is crawling, and going nowhere. So, yeah, here we are, the dog days of summer. As you know, I did a server update, and I said we're going to slow trading down a little bit until we get the first one that comes through based off of what was already open. We had a couple GBP USDs open and got a little bit of volume on GBP USD, and it pushed 2 trades out. Now, this is a good training opportunity for me, so we're looking at the free signals on the new server. And as I said in the past, you won't notice that I created a new server. I really just streamlined everything. As I'd built everything over the years, different AI systems, different copiers, different manipulations to the original algorithm, I end up, adding VPS servers. So instead of having 3 now, I consolidated it all into one, and that just when you're doing what's called local copying, because I have the AI system do something, then it copies it over to the account. When you're doing local trade copying as opposed to remote trade copying, which is I was doing, you end up gaining a few milliseconds. Faster is faster, right? So Derek says it's going to be slow until it's not. Yeah, that's correct. So I turned everything on. Everything's good to go. There was only one teeny tiny little glitch in the system, and it happened on one of my own live accounts. Ended up taking a trade that I didn't really want, per se, but it's not a big deal. So that's going to happen. If you've seen the level of complexity that I have in running this system, it's not complex to me, but there's definitely complexity to it. You got to sit back and think about it. I had to map the entire thing out on a piece of paper with a pen because, that's the only creative way to do it. So we're looking at GBP USD. As I said, this is the free signal, and let's take a look at something here. As you can see in the comment, FX with Terry, free signals right here. And the idea is to... My pen's not working. The idea is to take a look at the take profit. 1.27832, 1.27832. So that's the big thing. The sell entry is key. Market price has nothing really to do with it as far as you taking these trades. And market timing has nothing to do with it. As long as the trade has not hit take profit, and it hasn't because one is a little bit in the negative. One is a little bit into drawdown. So this is a good opportunity. Why would I send out a free signal at a 2.0 and then a 3.0 lot size? Why would I do that? This is you being able to understand what my algorithm is doing. As you remember, we were in 0 trades over the weekend in the free signals here. We closed out on Friday. I didn't take any more trades. As the next available trade came in, which in this case was GBP USD, we already had, I believe, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, guessing, but it doesn't matter. The concept's the concept. We already had 2 or 3 GBP USD trades in play. So when whatever the next trade was that went off, we took, which was this GBP USD sell at a 2.0. What that means is if you had taken, and you wouldn't have if you're just doing the free signals, why is it 2.0? Okay, and this is going to get a little bit weird. Basically, if you look at the rest of the trades in this basket, 3 other trades, they're at 1.0, 1.0, 1.0 lot size. Okay. The reason it increased to 2 is because that particular pair started to push. There's some volume on it, so it increased it from 2 and then to 3. It's very currency pair specific. This is not the math that you would see on every basket of trades that's 5 deep, let's say. And I'm guessing it's 5, but I think it's 4 or 5 trades that we're in. It has so much to do with the particular volume that's going on in that moment on the trade and the history of volume on that currency pair, right? So this is not linear. You know, for you to see it go from 2.0 to 3.0 lot size like this, it is not consistently that way. It has a lot to do with volume and any given particular currency pair. Because mathematically, the way the AI system has figured this out, each currency pair is different mathematically, every one of them. There is none of them are the same. And that's what makes, my system pretty unique. So, if you're just jumping in to this free trade, you're like, wait, I was waiting to see a base lot size of 1.0. Is if you're jumping into this trade, you do not have any GBP USD trades, you don't have to bid 2 times and 3 times. Okay? What you have to do is if you took this trade and then this one came out, the second one came out, you do have to increase your bid. How much? I mean, you can see what the factor is. You went from 2 to 3. So if you bid $1 on this one, you probably should bid $2 on this one, right? Simple, basic mathematics. If you bid, let's say you took this trade and you bid 10 cents on the first one, you'd bid 20 cents on the next one. If you bid 10 cents on the first and 10 cents on the second, and this thing goes to take profit, because you didn't do the increase here mathematically, you're probably going to end up breaking even. So, basically what we've done here is we've jumped into the middle of a basket of trades. And typically that can be more profitable because, if you have a bunch of trades, the first few are going to end up in a negative, and the last few are going to end up in a positive, and overall it's going to be a net profit, right? So technically, if you can avoid the first few, the point is you never know how many are coming out on a given currency pair. So not a big deal. But I don't want you to be confused by this, especially if you're new, and I know we got a lot of new people looking at the free signals. So, take it for what it is. It's very simple. If you did your own, if you took this very first GBP USD trade at a base lot size, increase the lot size by a factor of 1 on the second one. If you haven't entered either of these right now, enter at whatever lot size you want, and if more come in, obviously update your take profit because you will see that right here. Okay? And increase your lot size by whatever factor it has increased from 3 to whatever, right? It probably will just stay at 3 for a little while, depending on the volume. It won't go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'll go 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, right? So it's very unique to what's happening in the market at that time, very unique to that currency pair. So that's it. Nothing closed, obviously, if I go to the history. Again, it's July 8th, 2024. We're in the middle of summer, dog days of summer. Like, there's probably not going to be a lot of volume. If we look for the week, 5 days look back, $1,434.81 closed. If we looked for the month, $164,184.65 closed. So we've had some good trading, right? But just on this particular hour, this particular day, this particular moment, there's just not a lot of movement. Tell you what, though, look at that. We are now in the blue. Let's look at the chart here. Looks like it has pushed up and it's pulling back. You can see our take profit is down here, so we're gonna move in that direction. Looking good, though. Looking good. Great trade to jump into. GBP USD sell. Keep an eye on the take profit that I'm publishing. Right now it's 1.27832. You'll do really good with this. Just keep up on it. I'm going to jump in here and do a little bit of a technical thing I want to talk about. I know I've done a lot of changes, with the big server update, faster server, everything consolidated. And I really moved away from, because the more I looked at it, the more I was like, this is complicated. I moved away from Telegram signals and Discord signals. Because although it was fun to have all that, it's overwhelming. And frankly, the volume that my system trades, to be able to keep track of it in Telegram and Discord, I get that you probably can. It's insane. So, in terms of keeping track of, and I'm getting ready to talk about notifications, keeping track of, if you are tracking the free signals, I give you the account login, the username, the investor password, and you get to see exactly what I'm seeing in your mobile device. That's the number one way to track it. The thing that does not happen is that you do not get a notification. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about why. And talk about a solution. And you guys give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. So here's how notifications work. My mobile MetaTrader 4 app on my phone, MetaQuotes, who is the software company that creates this, they give you a MetaQuotes ID. And although I don't want to reveal mine, I'm going to pause for a second here and I'll show you where it's at. So let me just pause for a second, pull something up here. Basically, and I'll show you how I got there. So let me share this with you. I just moved the screen up so you don't see all like my personal account info and all that stuff. So what I did was I clicked the settings in the lower right hand corner down here. And the way that you find your MetaQuotes ID is it is at the bottom of the chat messages page. It will say MetaQuotes ID A567401C3, whatever the hell it is. And what's interesting is that doesn't do much for you unless you're the owner of the system like me. So I can go take my MetaQuotes ID, go put it into my trading system, and it will notify me on mobile. The only way to notify you on mobile is for me to take your MetaQuotes ID and go put it in my system. Now, that's a convoluted way to do it, because can you imagine my system having hundreds, if not thousands, of MetaQuotes IDs in it, separated by a comma, and then when a trade goes off, it sends out, 1,000 notifications. I'm just being, from a technical standpoint, that would probably slow the entire system down. Okay? However, one thought I've had is I could create a trading platform that simply copies everything from my main system, and no one would have access to it. But what you could do was you would give me your MetaQuotes ID. I'd go put it into a comma separated list. I don't know if there's a limitation inside of MetaTrader 4 of how many MetaQuote IDs you can send a notification out to. That's one convoluted way I could do it. However, let me come back to something here. Stand by. Here's where I want to be. Hold on a second here. So we're back looking at the trade. Derek had said Android will be the hamburger, 3 lines in the upper left corner. Yeah. So you get into the menu and you get to your chat messages and your MetaQuotes ID is in there. However, I kind of did that to tell you how convoluted it could be, would be. Here's my next thought. Telegram is the best trade notification system because you can create a custom sound. Might take you a little bit of work. Took me some work to figure out a custom sound for mine. But nonetheless, Telegram is the louder of the more aggressive of notification. Certainly Discord was never enough. You can't really change the notifications, and they're either on or off, and they're pretty subtle. So Telegram's probably good that way. Do I want to add a whole bullshit layer to my system? No. However, my next solution, my thought of giving you, and when I say a trade notification, you're not going to get a trade notification on all the different feeds. I would simply send out a trade notification on the entire system. And then depending on what currency pairs you're trading, you could pay attention to it, right? But it would simply be a notification. I wouldn't send out any trade information. And there's a technical / proprietary / privacy reason that I wouldn't do that. If you're really smart and really good at it, you could probably take someone's feed and start copying it to other people and things like that, right? I could do that, but your average person can't do that, and I don't want that being done with my algorithm. I don't want it just floating around there. Some smart person. So I wouldn't send out any. I would send out something that said, new trade GBP USD, right, or something like that. And what that notification would do, because if you're in the system, you're a subscriber, then you'd be able to go look at your account and verify the trade was placed or opened or closed or something like that. I'd have to figure it out. But do I want to do that? I don't really. And I've really never had anybody say anything about trade notifications until I turned off some of the Telegram feeds and the Discord feed, and people, some people were relying on that. I don't know how or why, because it was just ding, 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 like no organization. Looking at it this way, this is organized. Now, I'm also going to release the premium signals feed in this manner. So if you're a subscriber, you're going to be able to see all of the trades directly. I'll give you investor access. You'll log directly into it like we're looking at here, and you'll get to see the entire system. That still wouldn't give you notifications. So we're going to think about that, and you guys can give me some feedback. I don't know how you've dealt with it up to this point in terms of notifications, or whether you even need notifications. Some people don't. I mean, if you're subscribed to the automated system, you don't necessarily need to know, although I'm sure it could be helpful, that a trade just went off. Like, it's just happening, right? Open up your account and take a look, type of thing. All right, let's move on, because that was basically two things. The opportunity for me to tell you, looking at the free signal, why does it say 2.0, 3.0? It's because we're deeper into a basket of trades that were already in play. Just be aware of that. Be aware of the mathematics. And also the opportunity to talk about the notifications. Now what we will do is we're going to go look at the 10 pip hybrid. And there's not been a lot of movement on that because we are in, let's just go look at it and I'll tell you. We'll take a look at it here. So pause for a second. Let me pull it up. It is this one. We're basically in an AUD CHF sell trade, and we're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them. And as far as history goes, I'm not going to reveal the actual trades. As far as history goes, nothing's closed. AUD CHF absolutely going sideways. We had a really nice gap that gapped towards an opening gap of the market yesterday. It gapped towards our take profit, and then, of course, had to move away to fill the gap, and now it's just going sideways. For the week, $739.69 in that account, and for the month, $12,038.95. So we've got movement. This is what I suggest everyone trade. Typically, everyone starts with a small account, $1,000. Sometimes people did less. I seen a guy last week. This is crazy. Seen a brand new person last week start a brand new live account and plug into my 10 pip hybrid, and his account balance was $277. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? I just want to see how this works. Here's how it works. Your 277, you might as well just withdraw it, start it on fire, right? Warm your hands with it just for a few minutes, because you're going to blow it. And he didn't blow it. He traded for 2 days and then quit. No reason why. I didn't even ask why. I'm like, you know what? Some people are, not. It always amazes me that, because if you look at what we're doing, this is investment type stuff, right? You're investing your money. You're creating a return on investment, type of thing. People come in with the most broke ass bank accounts and attitude, and you want to know why? Because they've seen these hypesters and hucksters on YouTube showing them that they're making, $12,000 a day, and they're like, I'm going to start. I don't know if this is true, but I'm going to start an account with $277. It's IQ. It's unfortunately the brainwashing that's being pumped out there. When the reason is funny, because here's why people would quit my system, and they do quit my system, is they come to me and they start asking questions, and you know what I do? I'm real as shit with them. I'm like, I told the guy, I go, $277, not going to last very long, my friend. I said, here's the thing. When I set up his copier for him, I just pulled it way back, and I would have made it survive. But his $277 would have made $15 a month. That's okay, but that's what they don't understand. They think their $277 is going to turn into $10,000 in a month. Oh my God, Forex is incredible. No, it's not that incredible. Nothing's that incredible, really. The lottery. Go play the lottery. So I was very realistic with them, and people tend to quit when I get real with them, in the sense that they had such unrealistic expectations. You can see we do really well. We do really well with the system. And it's stable, it's conservative, it does create a nice return on investment, better than you would get anywhere else, in my opinion. Your results may vary. You may not get results at all. You may be that guy that starts a $277 live account and bids $1 per pip. I think that's where he was headed. I'm like, that's not going to work, my friend. Let's just be real with each other. Let's just be real. So that is the 10 pip hybrid. Let's go look at the overall system. And I made some changes here, so I want to make sure that this is should still be good. Oh, basically the change was I slowed the entire system down. So just kind of taking a look at what is open. We've got about 3 dozen trades open over 4 or 5 currency pairs. I'll show you this, and this is just the reality of nothing's closed overnight, because again, I slowed the entire system down. We probably would have had some closures. For the week, $5,060.03, and if you zoom out to the month, $163,445.86 on the entire full algorithm. So, looking good, feeling good, everything's rolling along. Show you a couple test accounts that I have. We'll jump over. I have not looked at this one, so the results you're about to see may or may not be good. As you know, I'm testing a gold scalper. Let me pull it up. I have not looked at it. I'll show you the actual trades and the actual results. I haven't looked at this. So let's take a look here. So it's in 3 gold trades right now. And as far as closure goes, I don't know if there's any. So it's closed $3.01. I've told it to make about $10 a day and then just shut off. So I won't zoom out to the week or the month because remember I forced about a $500 loss. If you come back to the trade window here, I had started with a $10,000 account, so you can see it's slowly building itself back. But I'm just trying to I'm trying to build something here that's stable, that can create kind of a little bit of icing on the cake type of thing in terms of profits. Gold can do that. You know, you can bid a little bit lower. It's not as radical as US 30, let's say, but you can bid a little bit lower and still make a higher profit than you normally would. Just my take on the whole thing. So this is coming along. I feel like I got it to where it needs to be. I just need to see it do this for 30 days or so. All right. And then I will show you this. This is my new algorithm that I'm testing in the background. Listen, I never stop, right? Never stop. I'm always looking for something pretty awesome. So let me pull this up. It's a brand new account. I believe it is this one. Yes, it is. I'll open this up and show you. So, again, I'm forward testing this. Okay. You're like, what? GBP USD, buy and sell. This, I believe, based off of how I've envisioned this to work, will be potentially, and I've been wrong before, I've been wrong thousands of times, but I feel like I'm on the right track with this one, because what it does is it trades one currency pair at a time. You can put it on any currency pair, right? I like GBP USD because it has good movement and a low spread, right? Low spread. It's good for testing stuff. It's right somewhere in the middle of the road in terms of volatility, movement, spread. Not too fast, not too slow. It's right about in the middle as far as Forex movement. So let me see what I can tell you about this and why you should get excited about this. There's no results in this account. I started it out 10,000. I've been working on this algorithm for a while. So anyway, the idea behind this is that a couple of years ago, I figured this one thing out. Hear me out, especially if you're new in Forex. Everyone, if you're going to go learn Forex, what's the first thing? What do you have to learn? Or I shouldn't say what do you have to learn. What are they teaching? I'll just say it. They're teaching a strategy. They're using indicators and or price action, and they're teaching you an entry strategy. You could buy here, you could sell here. And the more I traded robots, the more I traded algorithms, the more I realized that there is absolutely zero way, which means you shouldn't try, zero way to know which way the price is going to go. It is absolutely freaking random. And what's interesting is I spent probably my first 5 years in the Forex industry testing, trying indicators and entry strategies. Then, of course, I moved to price action, order blocks. And what's interesting about Forex entry strategies is it is a distraction. They are making you look the wrong way. In fact, are you ready for this? Anyone teaching you a Forex entry strategy is a Forex hack. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm telling you right now, they don't know what they're talking about. Because entry is fucking pointless. When I say entry, buy or sell, should I buy right now? Should I sell right now? I'm like, yes. Well, wait, which one? Yes. Doesn't matter. What matters is, because entry is again, market is random. You can go ahead and tell me that you see patterns once in a while. You'll notice that pattern might You'll see it, and then you won't see it again, but you'll see 12 other patterns, right? There are no patterns. There's absolutely market manipulation by all these market makers, and they know what pattern your sucker ass is looking for. So they'll draw that pattern out with some price action and then completely go the opposite way. You're like, oh, that pattern didn't work this time, but that next pattern is going to work. No. What you do is you enter. Close your eyes, roll a dice, whatever. Enter. It does not matter. What matters is trade management, and that's what this algorithm is going to do. Yes, technically you're looking at a hedge right here. Doesn't matter. That's not really the point behind it. Because it's like, well, it's going one way or the other, right? And what my system will do is it's going to play one end off of the other end. It's not primarily a hedge system, okay? I don't want to get off and get confused by the whole thing, but yeah, we'll talk more about this, but it's not necessarily how this works, other than what I've said. It is the fact that the results from this should be extremely impressive. In fact, this is designed to, what do I want to say here? This is designed for purely net profit. This algorithm will trade net profit after net profit after net profit after net profit. In fact, it's designed that if it has to take a loss, it'll take it at break even. It'll take some profits, it'll take some losses, it'll cancel them out, partial closes, and move on, right? So, yeah, that's it. I'll stop there. We looked at everything. I see some of you guys are coming in a little bit late. You can go back and watch the replay if you want to. But that's it for a Monday morning. Things are slow. Welcome to July in the summer of 2024. And I'll be in the group, fxwithterry.com. Come into the free Discord group. Get the free signals. And I will talk to you guys in the next live session tomorrow. Take care.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.